Uh-oh. Me forgot something. Me forgot something. There we go. Oh, that's better. Sound weird. Missing something. There it is. Says, hey, hello, Mark. How are you? Just trying to fix something here. I'll shrink myself down. That is, that is kind of ugly. All right. Yeah, that's okay. So I can go a little taller. That should do it. All right, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, man. So, what am I even doing? Like, I'm so, like, mentally unprepared for this. Um, that's why I hate a schedule because, like, I need, oh, like, I need time to set up, and I just did not, which is kind of terrible. It is what it is. But anyway, so I was doing a couple things here. One of them was, um, Generations. I think you saw my post, me fighting with Pseudo's, eyes, which thankfully I have gotten correct. For the most part, they're a little glowy, but at least they're the right color. Yeah, see, all these troubles I was having with his eyes was ridiculous. So yeah, and I tried to change rose red and then his turned red. So annoying, but it is what it is. And I was getting a lot of ease, I guess because of the way she was dressed. And I guess also the context. Because the prompt was, uh, both men react, becoming slightly visually flustered. Too funny. So, but yeah, you can see how many times it generated this. It was so annoying. And this was just one one screen. There's another. Yeah. Yeah. I did it in 3 different screens. That was very annoying. Yeah, well, hey, Chris. Yeah, I know. That's because I just said I hate making schedules. I hate it. I just I like to just hit go live like when my brain is ready. And like right now my brain isn't ready, which is kind of awful, but that's all right. I'll figure it out. Hello, Belcross. So, yeah, so part of this was me working on the video, which is so far coming along slowly. But the other part was, um, like my last video, I probably spent like $200 on image generations. Um, and like for like 1K views and like making real money, that's not ideal. So like trying to find at least a few ways to cut costs. I mean, it doesn't cut a lot because really what costs is the video generation, but um, when you can do stuff like upscale or, things like that, helps. Because a lot of times, um, Grok won't do it and you need to use something else to do the imaging, and Grok will not upscale past 720 anyway. So basically, for the more, if you want to do the advanced way, you can install Stable Infusion. The thing with Stable Infusion is there's a little more work to do because you got to set up your Python virtual environment, install, all the right plugins for it. But so this Invoke community is basically built on Stable Diffusion, and honestly, it really works the same. So, like, I have this on my main computer. I don't have it on this one, but I think it would be a good thing to try it on this one. Number one, because like my main computer's got a GeForce 5060, so it's got 16 gigs of video RAM, and I think on this one I have like a 3060 maybe, so it's not as much. Yeah, 3 steps forward, 1 step back is still progress, absolutely. Oh, hey, for Sheezy Whales Bean. Oh my goodness. It's demo time, yeah! I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, we'll just install it. Maybe. It's still on another screen, of course. Yeah, it's a really easy install. Yeah, choose location, whatever. We'll just install it. The only thing you gotta do is you gotta make a folder ahead of time. It's going to. Really, you're not gonna. We're having technical difficulties here. What is going on here? Person having technical difficulties. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, so. Oh, so, okay, so basically, yeah, it does have AMD support, which is fine, but. Oh, really? Stability Matrix? What is that? Like a almost like an installer. Um, I mean, I do stable diffusion manually, but I figure for most people they don't really need to deal with, if it's the first time to deal with stable diffusion at all directly. Because this Invoke is built on stable diffusion. I mean, it's nice and built in, and it's got tools like it can download like directly from Hugging Face. So I just figured for people that are like brand new to this, it's just a lot easier. So yeah, anyway, it does work with AMD. It works way better with NVIDIA, I'll tell you that. Oh, a multi-package installer. Oh, yeah. But yeah, see, this is basically these steps it's doing here is basically what you would be doing yourself. It's basically installing a virtual environment for the Python version it needs, and then downloading all the different files. Exactly, that's exactly, and that's why I figured, I can do stable diffusion like in a different video for like people that are, more technically inclined. But I mean, for people that just want like something quick, this is great. And you'll see what this has inside it is like you can go into Hugging Face. The matter of fact, may as well do that too. I got the right one. I have a list of the basics. So basically, Hugging Face is for you guys is where you download your different components for doing your AI generation. Hello, Deadman. And I have a list of a few things that I use. I can find it. All right. Wow, this is taking longer than I thought. I tell you, I'm so spoiled with my other machine. It just goes by, so it just works so much faster. Yeah, your laptop would probably definitely say no. Oh, he has extensions for Stable Diffusion? You know what I plan on doing, which I haven't had the time. I just want to like create my own like Skybrowse LoRa. Just start treating it like all our images and stuff. Like, oh, you want your Skybrowse specific LoRa? Here it is. That'd be amazing. So I'm geek talking here with Sheezy, but LoRa is basically your costume pack. So like you have a model that basically is the art style or the artist, and then you can add to it. You can add a LoRa, which is like it has like specialty skills that you train yourself. So you could, in theory, like feed it like all your Skybrowse stuff, and then basically say, you know what, I want to generate Lord Intellectual getting chained to a wall in a basement. And they'll just whip that up for you. Wow, that is really slow. I'm so spoiled. Low order bank adaptation. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they have like They have scripts you can actually train them with too. All right, this is taken forever. So we need to pull somebody else in here. Who are we pulling in next while we're waiting for this to install? Who should we pull in? Um, oh, I know. Yeah, because there were a few people that I was not able to get. Actually, there were more than a few people that I was not able to get into my last video, and there were a couple that I had kind of said they were coming, they were going in, and then at the last minute they ended up not. So one of them was actually Yell Demon, so we should absolutely grab him and put him in the video for sure. Hmm, that's interesting. Oh boy. All right. Well, let me screenshot that one. Hmm. Well, that's oops, we are experiencing technical difficulties. All right. Well, we'll see. Anyway, we'll see if everything crashes or not. That would be fun. Yeah, standard library asset for sure. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, GeForce 3060. So it'll run all right. It'll run all right on this. I think I've got 64. So, all right. So this does like normally you would be bringing your own models down and stuff, but this basically does everything for you. So like right now, this means absolutely nothing. So next thing you got to do is you got to load your models in, and the model is basically so like if you with Grok, if you say you want like semi-realistic, like it'll put up like a specific model. But because you're doing it locally, every time you switch styles, you need to load like a different model, right? So there's starter models, and normally what I do, at least for anime, is just where are you? Stable diffusion XL 415, yeah. So normally you would have to install this stuff yourself. So this is what's really nice and fishy. This is why I like this for people because you can see right here what it installs. And it'll just do all this on its own. And it'll actually put up the workflow for you so they don't have to worry about all that stuff. And then they can basically learn how to do workflows, later on or as they go, which is awesome. Like I I wish I had found this first instead of muddling through it for like a week the way I did. So this will make more sense. Oh yeah, so now the other thing is I was talking about the models. All right, you need a token. I have a token on Hooking's case. I'm not going to show it to you guys, but let me get my token. Find it. There it is. Right. So Hugging Face is basically where the main place you'll get your models. So like, so I'm installing uh STXL. So you can go to Hugging Face and let me look at a couple of the models that I typically use. I know some of this might not make sense right off the bat, but oh, let's see. One of the ones I use is actually basically anything like Illustrious XL in it is pretty good. Spider-Man? Oh yeah, nope, that's it. Yeah, so this is the one that I use, and you can just copy the name of it with this little copy button. And pop it in here, and click install repo, and it does all that on its own too, which is awesome. Yeah, so this is gonna go for probably a little bit. Oh. Oh man, I can't see the chat screen like that. What a gaming PC, I was okay with specs and price. Last built one in 2003. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I was lucky. I built my last PC with the 5060. I built that in July. And I had 120 gigs of the DDR5 RAM, and it only cost me like $200. And that would have cost you like grand. And I almost put it off too. I am glad I did not. I was gonna put it off. Oh yeah, so let's grab Dill Demon. Let's make him. We have to make him nightclub ready. Infernal nightclub ready. Yeah, because he was one of the people, he was in there, and he was supposed to be in the video. Honestly, I probably could have just done like another 5 minutes of cameos at the end of it. Right. Demon Girl AI tutorial. What's that last? I can't read that. What is wrong with me? Oh. Oh, tutorial series. Uh, there's a lot better people at this than me. As a matter of fact, one of them is actually in the stream, so Sheezy's the guy. I'm kind of more of a hack. But I just some of it is just desperation. Some of it is me just wanting to try different things, and yeah, I feel like I always have to be learning stuff, otherwise it's like, oh, I feel like a shark, like I have to keep swimming or something. It's really weird. All right, so this is going. All right, we need to put Dell in some kind of makeup gear. So what prompt did I use for? What prompt did I use for? Oh, where is he? Seem to be missing something here. Oh, thank you, Chris. Yeah, they're interesting. Oh, here it is. Okay, so my prompt for him was young anime man styled for an upscale gothic noir nightclub. Messy, soft brown hair, reserved but attractive expression, fitted black satin shirt. Yep. So we need to adopt that for Dell in a different way. I don't know, what do you guys think? What should we put him in? I feel like Dell gets like a different look altogether. Right? What look does he get? What look does a demon with mechanical arms get? That is the question. All right, Chris, thanks for coming by. Well, let's see, he's a demon, so he gets the aggressive expression, right? How about fitted black t-shirt with the fake tuxedo image on it? You think that'll actually work? I don't think it will. Who knows? Speedo! Oh God. Oh yes, let's put him in his Speedo. Oh, do you think that, I don't know if that would work. Well, not this, yeah, let's not put him in Speedo. But I like the fake tuxedo image on it. What do you think? Yeah. There we go. You'll see. This is gonna work. I think it's gonna work. It's gotta work. No, where's his, are we looking at the same guy here? Oh, oh, I see. Never mind. That was my fault. How about yeah, I kind of forgot something. That's what happens like when you jump from one thing to another. Oh, American flag shorts. Well, we have to have them like half the nightclub at least. What is going on here? Hmm. What did I do wrong? All right, let's just start this over. Yeah, that was weird, right? Like it didn't apply it to him at all. That was bizarre. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Hey! Wow, thanks for looking. Is it real? Is it just okay? I think I have to be a little more specific Uh, let's do this while keeping is what? Keeping what? His core features. Red skin, mechanical orange. You gotta could have picked an easier one, right? It's a nightclub vibe in the deep south. Yes, exactly. Enemy. Ah, that's a good thought. Okay. Well, yeah, because it's. Oh, you really? Let's see what happens. I never have to do this. This is so weird. Oh, that's better. That's better. At least now we know who he is. Hey, good call. Good job. What do you think? He looks good and aggressive, doesn't he? Wow. I love it. I love it. Another one added to the list. So who do we pair him up with? That is the question. So how's this doing, by the way? Oh, look, everything's installed. Excellent. Oh, so like, you know, yeah, I forced the ref too, and I did force it in one of them, but I think I had to put in don't change his core aesthetic because it was like changing his skin color and removing his metal gauntlets. So, which was something I didn't really have to worry about with when I did Night Owl. Yeah, it's harder like when they have like weird things like that. He kept his forms, right? Actually, that's the Night Owl. Yeah, he kept his forms. Cool. Yeah, so this is really, really easy. Oh, there was one other thing. We find it. Right. So I have a prompt. I just want to find it. You know, I thought I did such a good job prepping for this, and I did not. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so you know how in you have to tell Rock what not to do. So the nice thing about this stuff is like there's actually a section for that, and you can make it like a permanent thing. And you can make it as wordy as you want, although the wordier it gets, the worse the more instructions it has, sometimes that actually makes things worse. But so basically this is where you're doing your magic. So the first thing I usually do is create a template so that I don't ever have to like fill in all that information again. You can see it comes with templates. Some of them are really great, like anime and stuff. So like I just call this default. And like I have this massive list of negative prompts, things I don't want, like worst quality, sketches, ugly people, split images, revolting dimensions. So this was actually a list I got from somebody else. I usually have about a third of these, but it actually seems to work. So these are like all the things that you don't want to be done. Spirit fingers, yes. And if you've got default positives that you always want, you can put them in there, but usually I leave that blank. Um, so like really simple, like not adding anything else, you can just choose your model and this we don't have to worry about any of these things yet. Um, and then just like rock, you get your image size. And basically you're always gonna start out with like 1368 by 760 and you upscale later on. So I have, let's see how this works out. This is a prompt that I used on my other machine. And we'll see how long this takes to do. And the nice thing about this is, see, you have this invoke button. Let's say, you know, you want a lot of images printed so you can choose between them. Well, you can sit here, you can say 100, click invoke and go to bed. And then, you know, wake up in the morning and check out your 100 images and pick out which one you want. Let's see how this works. I'm curious to see actually how fast this is going to be, because let me see. Oh, that's actually not bad. Hmm. Oh, actually, maybe it's not good. Oh, no. What does it say? Oh, it's telling me 8 minutes. Oh boy. Well, that's not good. No, maybe it won't be 8 minutes. Anyway, sorry. Um, yeah, it says 8 minutes. That's not great. Actually, there is settings that I probably should have done. Sorry, I'm so disorganized. I thought I was so organized here. Um, yeah, so this kind of tells you like how long it's going to take. And right now it's saying about 7 minutes, which is ridiculous. Uh, this would take me about 30 seconds on my machine. Um, but there are settings I think I can do to fix that. I am actually going to kill this. This is the other nice thing. You can just kill your job right in the middle of it. I'm just going to shut it down. I knew there was an optimization that I didn't add to it, which was actually have. All right, now it should run faster. I can show you, I'll put in the video what the optimization was. Now it should run faster. Forgot about that one. But yeah, that was crazy. Like 7 minutes, like that size video or that size image should have taken. Well, I figure if it took 30 seconds on my 5060, it should have maybe taken like a minute on this one. Definitely not 7 to 8 minutes. So that was pretty wild. Yeah. Oh, the other thing is it actually opens up a port so you can use a web browser if you don't want to use a client. All right, let's see how fast it goes. I likes to complain. Yeah, it's so nice. I mean, it's unfortunately as far as videos are concerned. Oh yeah, let's go a little faster, huh? That's going just a little bit faster. Yeah, that other thing was crazy. That was wild. No. Yep, so there you go. That's the first one. And we don't even have any enhancers on this yet. So there's things you can put in here that will actually make it better. One of the things that I use, which I don't have yet, is yeah, so you can see like this is not bad. And we can also upscale it. So like this is like a very basic generation. I don't have anything to like make this look nice right now. And I'm gonna add that stuff later and you'll see. It's gonna be amazing. Like the difference you'll see. What? So first one is VAE is the image decoder, and there's one that I like to use that like really enhances the colors. And again, all this is you get right from this Hugging Face site, so it's better colors. That one here. And again, just copy. Go in here, go back down here where this little box. Click on the Hugging Face. Pop that in, install. Oh, really? Is it going? Did I have to go somewhere else to get it? Maybe I did. Sometimes they'll tell you like you have to go to another site called Civitai. Um, yeah, I don't get it. It's in there. Well, let me see which one I use. Or maybe that was weird because I installed it the other day. Did I spell it wrong? Oh, that's weird. That is weird considering I have it on my machine. I don't think there was another better colors, was there? Let's see. Yeah, there's not. Weird. Yeah, so there's another site. The tie. Well, that's red, so this is MSOW, but it doesn't matter. Um, yeah. Yeah, sometimes you gotta come here and download it. And it works the same, you just, You have to install it differently. So then you just put you can do local URL or path. More is E. Oops. And you'll see, like, immediately, you'll see a difference. Oh, and this in place, so if you download it, if you do it in place, it won't move the file. So if it's like in your download folder, it'll stay in your download folder and you delete it and you're out of luck. So uncheck that and it'll move it into the correct folder. And you can see that was like not a big deal. And then you'll see like total difference already, just from adding this. You don't even need, actually I do that. So, and the other thing is this, so every time you generate an image, like hello, right, yeah. He told you, huh? Oh yeah, I hate that too. I hate it doesn't refresh. So every time you generate an image, it creates a seed unless you like specify the seed, like it's a different seed number like every time. But you can, so if you want to, where is it? Okay, crazy. Oh yeah, let me do this. So if we want to compare, like you want the same seed to be used again, so you can compare and see if it's better. Because if you use a different seed, here, use seed. So you can see the seed that generated this was that long number over here. So now that means when we regenerate a second time, it should pretty much generate the same image. Only now you're going to see what it looks like with these better colors on here and see if it's improved. And it should be improved. Yeah, maybe not. That doesn't look right. All right, let me undo the compensation. I don't like that one at all. Let's try it again. Hello, Big Papa Pedro. Hmm. Yeah, the colors still look better there. That's weird. Let me just check something real quick. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, what else I got? Cinematic lighting. That's what I did. Okay, so there is. That's what I'm missing here. No. We go back to coding face. Trying to get the right one. That's the one. There's a bunch of copy over that I know because I did this earlier. We'll add this. Yeah, it's crazy. I love how fast it's going. Now we can go here. We have the Laura. We're going to slide this all the way up because we don't care. So yeah, that fixes the lighting. So you can slide it. So some of these lures are like based on sliders. So like halfway would be like right in the middle, obviously. But and this should have much better lighting. We'll see. What are you still there, Fashizi? If you are, what do you use? I'm curious. Yeah, and you can see them. How's that lighting? Okay, so you can see the lure actually changed a little bit. Oh, and the last thing we need, this is the last piece. This is going to make all the difference is the refiner. That should actually be in there already. Why are I need to do this? Is the stable diffusion? Okay, so this is what's gonna push it over the edge. Yeah, that's the big one. Yeah, it's so weird. This doesn't look at all like what I generate on my side. That is because all right, so steps are basically the more steps you have, the better your image is going to be, but the longer it's going to take to generate. And if you do too many of them, it is going to it's going to actually make your image more messed up. And the config scale is how much it follows your prompt. And believe it or not, you don't want like you would think like oh well you want it to follow the prompt, so we want to jack it up to 20, but no, that actually messes things up. You have to give it some freedom to give its own interpretation, otherwise it totally messes up the whole image. So usually like 30 to 35 steps is what we need to make it look good. And this thing should be downloaded and we should be good to go. Yep. So now we've got, this should be all the pieces together. So basically the refiner is like the second pass. That's going to make it, it's basically going to take what we've created here. Like you can see what this looks like now compared to what I had generated. It should actually make it look a lot better. So it's basically saying, all right, well, here's your image. Your image is good, but I can make it better. I can make it a lot better. Of course, it's going to take longer, but. but it should make it a lot better. And yeah, so, but I mean, this isn't even the best part. Best part is that I get to actually upscale my own images. I mean, she should look a lot better when she's done. But yes, the upscaling that I personally is a big deal. Yeah, and you can see the more stuff you throw on here, the longer it takes. But let's see how. So we can do. Let's see if it actually did anything good. I'll add you. Oh yeah, yeah. Look at the difference. Let's just doing this. We'll do select for compare. It's not working. Gotta go to viewer. There we go. Yep. So you can see the difference, right? This is what we had started with, and this is what we ended up with. And the thing is, you can keep tweaking this stuff until you get it like the way you want. And a lot of it is experimental. Unfortunately, a lot of it is just, tweaking things to see what works. But it's not unlike rock, it's like you also have to like tweak these individual settings down here. Like maybe you don't like better colors. There's others. And again, like there is a ton of other things here. Like Juggernaut is going to do something completely different, but this is like anime. So one of the ones I think that probably people would like, aside from this, there's a couple other ones too that are pretty good. Let's see. Oh, and the other thing is don't uh don't be embarrassed to like pull down like NSF and NSFW models, because believe me, they're very helpful because they will um keep your images from like getting screwed up because it's too racy. Because it won't block you like rock will, but it will definitely like water down your image and not give you what you want. So one that's really good is actually where it is this one here. Oh, this NSFW. Because I mean that NSFW doesn't have to mean you can only do NSFW with it. It just means that there's no guardrails on it. But I mean, if you do want to make that kind of stuff, you can. Let's just see which one's the most popular. So I like to start by most downloaded because I kind of trust what everybody else uses. So yeah, I recognize this name. People tend to use a lot of his stuff. So that's the other thing. Like keep an eye on people that are. Oh, and for stuff like this, like if you try to just download it, it'll block you until sometimes unless uh you approve it. Some won't. Some will. Some won't. That's gonna take a while. So again, the models, like these base models, those are the big ones. Like these are big files. So like if you've got like limited storage space, don't download a lot of them. Just kind of pick and choose, figure out what you like. If you try something, you generate a few things with it, and you end up hating it, and just delete it. Move on to the next one. Yeah, but yeah, mostly, and there's also, let's see, what is this? There is a, if you're into like photorealistic, we can do like Dream Shaper. I think that might actually be in here already. So just search for it. Yeah, Dream Shaper 8. Um, and again, it tells you uh which type of model it is. So like again, this is like all STXL that I've been doing. That's like what a lot of people do. Another one that's popular. And again, if you're into it for the more NSFW stuff, then actually I believe the one to go with is Flux. No, yeah, was it Flux? I don't know. I think it was Flux. Yeah. So if you're gonna do the NSFW, then go with Flux. But for anime, I think the Stable Diffusion XL was probably the best. Okay, and the last thing was the um the upscaler. I think this is, and again, in my mind, this is the most important part. This is what's going to save you the money. You don't have to sit there and like pay Pixfield or whoever you're using to upscale your images for you anymore. Yeah, it might not be a lot of money, but still, just feels good to not give them the money. Those are should be 4x, 4x, full Hardy. There we go. This one is my favorite upscaler. And you'll see the difference, like, and it's just like the rest of this stuff, it's like a ton of tweaking and figuring out what works for you. Like, I actually had, at one point, I had 10 different upscalers, and I was upscaling with about 20 different models, and like, I had a spreadsheet. So, I have what I think works best. So, hey, you don't have to, if I can find it. I'll put that in the video when I actually post it to. Dream Shaper is done. So yeah, so Dream Shaper, I believe, is going to be more realistic. And who knows how that's actually going to look like in anime style, but yeah, so you can sit here, you can go through Hugging Face. What I did when I first started, like, I went to Hugging Face, and basically what you do is you can just, like, this is your basic model search page, and you just want to do text image. So just clear that. And then basically just start by searching for most downloads, right? And like, again, these are like the basics, but you know, just open up a couple of them. Like, here's a good one, Nova Anime XL. And there's actually nothing in this one, but there are like a ton of them. What? Did I just lock up? I just locked up. Wow. Yeah, that was really weird, huh? What's up, Duck? What's happening? Hmm. Where was that? Nova Anime. Oh yeah, so yeah, sort by name. I don't know why his, but yeah, we can just look it up. Nova Anime. There's other. So you can do that and get sort by the most downloads first, or you can sort by. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, so like I said, I like John 6666, so I would be more inclined to use his. Again, his is NSFW. And again, if you have a problem downloading it here, you can see right here. Um, the original model is here, and that means that it's probably on Civitai. It's probably on Civitai Red, which is the NSFW one, because they split it off. Yep. Okay. So yeah, so this basically this gives you an idea of what the generators are going to look like, or at least what you can make your images look like. So it's really helpful. Um, and if you want to just skip that altogether and just download and load it manually, you can search like here for pretty much anything. Like if you have specific characters that you like let's say you just said, oh, you know what? I'm going to do a video on Frozen. You know, you can download a model that's, or a model or a Laura that's like has a lot of that training in it. Or if you've got a favorite anime or whatever, so. Oh yeah, so this is basically, yeah, and then over here are Civitai Reds. And the funny thing about Civitai Red is not everything is like NSFW in here, so it's kind of like, just seems like they were just covering their asses. So these are like base models. And then you can filter. So you can filter on, again, SDXL. And you can look at your model. This way, if you're looking at models, you're also kind of getting an idea of the types of image that it does. So like if this is your thing, hyper illustrative realism fusion, which actually sounds really good. Totally gonna get. Yeah, you guys, like I said, you see how big these are, right? Six gig, so you gotta kind of pick and choose what you can download. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, so that's your hyper realistic. Here's the problem with hyper realistic. It doesn't do horns very well, if at all. Yeah, it really is. And yeah, this is localized. It's just kind of showing people the basics of how they can just install Invoke. Because local AI used to be a lot harder to do because you had to sit there and mess around with virtual Python and, you know, download all your different models, draw up your workflows. But this pretty much gives you all the basics right off the bat. So now, like, anybody can pretty much download it and start working with it. But if they want to get like more technical, or if they are more technical, they can go in there and create. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to do that now. They can create their own workflows, or you know, like load one of these workflows and then modify them. So like the workflow just basically just telling you like all the different ways you can do things. You're basically like drawing from one node to another. Like if you're pulling your prompt here, then you're generating the image, and then the node is splitting off and it's going to upscale it. Then it's going to come back and do something else. What's the model? Right now I was doing Dream Shaper just to show them. I don't like Dream Shaper personally, but it is one of them. I was doing Better Days Illustrious. So I think this one, the WAI NSSW, is gonna probably make it look almost exactly the same as the other one. Let's check it out. And yeah, and then the last thing I was just gonna show you before we move on, it was just the upscaling. Let's take a little while. Yeah, so it takes a little time when you reload. So the reason that I was slow at first, I remember I made that edit and then I came back and it was a lot faster, is because what it was doing is when you switch models, like by default, it'll store all of them in memory until it runs out. But the setting I made is that every time you switch models, it unloads the other one. You've been developing a whole new AI stack? Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. I like that. Hello, Casbium. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna put this all together neatly without all my rambling on YouTube. Uh, I'm gonna put all the links and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that should be done. Hmm? What are we doing here? Nope, still loading. No, looks like it died on us. Hmm. It says it's still going. That's really weird. That's really weird. Yeah, it does say it's still going, but looks like it died. So we'll kill it. We'll try once more. Just give up. And I'll show the. Wow, that was terrible. What happened there? Hmm. That doesn't look good, does it? Yeah. No, that model seems to have a problem. That's weird. Yeah, again, the illustrious ones are definitely the best as far as if you're gonna do anime, at least as far as SDXL is concerned. But so for the upscaling, so like this is our image now. Well, it's decent, right? It looks decent. What kind of hardware am I running on this one? On this one, nothing that let me see. Let me open up. Hopefully this doesn't crash everything. Oh, let me see. Um, yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, this one's older. I had to move to this one because I kept having the sound problems with my actual good machine, which I still haven't erased yet. Uh, it's not bad. It's not great. It's studio drivers, Risen 5, 5600 6 core, 3060, Windows 11. It's not amazing, but so I mean, yeah, I mean, you can run this no problem. If you got a 3060, otherwise you have like a 3000 video card, you'll be fine. Um, because the important thing honestly is probably having like 12 gigs on your video card. Yeah, it's not so much the speed, it's how much how much the CPU it's got on it, or how many gigs you have on it. So the 3060, the one I have has 12. And that means like I can load more of the model into it, which makes it a lot faster. So like if I had like an 8, it would definitely take longer. All right, so this is what it looked like without all the refinements. Let me added the different refinements. It looks a lot better. Now we're gonna try it, we're gonna upscale it. And this is the upscaler that I downloaded. Now I'm not gonna do 4 because it's gonna take us forever. And honestly, you don't really need it. Okay, is enough. Let's make sure my settings are same. So creativity, if you hover over here, creativity basically is the amount of freedom it has adding details. So like if you like the way your image looks, like you want to lower the creativity. If you hate it and you're kind of hoping like when you upscale it, it kind of changes some stuff, like maybe the eyes look really bad, then crank the creativity up. But for this one, we'll just kind of keep the creativity down. And then the structure is basically how close the output keeps to the layout. So for upscale, so let's say you did this and you decided, you know what, you don't like the horn, so you can actually change the prompt here to say, okay, well, I want black horns, and it might change during the upscale. And that's where this creativity comes in. So if let's say you want to change the horns to black, well, let me just see if it actually works. All right, so actually, see, it actually gave me red horns. So let's see if I pop this up here, if it actually gives it black horns this time. Don't care about that. And we'll see how this goes. See how long it takes too. All right, it's loading. Be interesting to see how long it's going to take. That's not encouraging. Is it? We're at 0%. That's good. Oh! Yeah, that's not right. 18 minutes? No, we don't want that. Definitely don't. Yeah, it's down to 9 minutes, but that's still way too long. That's really weird. Oh well. Hello, government. I'm doing well. Yeah, doing well. No. Yeah, I don't know why. Don't know why. Let's see. Yeah, it's weird. I wouldn't think she would be that reliant on my CPU. Oh, there. Yeah, 8 minutes is insane. That's nuts. Yeah. I mean, everything else I think is exactly the same as my other one where it would take like, the only thing different here. Can't imagine this would actually make it go faster, but good. And I'm doing exactly what I have on the. I don't think this actually matters. That's crazy. Oh well. Well, yeah, I don't want you to have to sit here and watch this for 7 minutes. That's ridiculous. Let me, now that I changed the setting, let me just see if it goes all fast. Otherwise, or yeah, because everything else is exactly the same as my machine. So I guess maybe the difference between this is where the difference between the 3060 and the 5060 comes in. Yeah, I mean honestly, you could be right, but I've used mine on my other machine for an entire day without flushing any cache, and this hasn't been running that long. It shouldn't be that. I think it's just. I think now we are seeing the difference. Oh well, there we go. That's down to 4 minutes. It's still longer than usual, but yeah, that's a little better. That's a little better. Yeah. So I guess. Yeah, I never knew that, but I'm imagining creativity settings have something to do with slowing that down. Yeah, 3.5 there. That's half the time. But again, I mean, this is great. So the other thing is that just like image generation with upscaling, like things will look different every time, assuming you don't use the exact same seed. So like you can do the exact same thing here. Like, let's say you have your image done for the night. You want to go to bed and you want to wake up and have 20 options to choose from in the morning. And set that to 20. Click it and go to bed. And then look at your 20 different upscale images and decide which one you're going to keep. But what's funny is like sometimes like I'll generate like 20 images and then I'll be like, okay, well I like this image. Let me go upscale it. So then I click on upscale and like I walk away and like I come back 15 minutes later and it's still upscaling. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And it's like on its 8th upscale. I'm like, oh, I only wanted to upscale it once. I did not want 8 copies of it. Yeah, so this, and then once this is done, I think I showed you, then you can do that compare again, which is really nice. So you can see like what, which one you like better. So that's really awesome. Yeah, 2 minutes. That's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. Anyway, so you know what you want to see? You guys want to see, don't you? You know you want to see. All right. Since you're all in here, you get to see. Nobody else gets to see though. Only you guys. You can see 40 minutes. And again, this is what I was saying. This is what I generated today to put in there. Uh, you know what? I think the Quen doesn't work in Volk. I think you have to use Automatica 1111. So, but they are working on that.
We walk in soft and watch the whole room turn. Lip gloss, danger, perfume, smoke.
That's how far we've gotten. Yes, I knew you wanted to see anime girls on stage. I think freaking since Cinnamon came out freaking awesome. Well, she designed her costume. I think it came out great. Like this spray hair, it's freaking amazing. And I was like super happy, like if you watch the drums, like they're actually hitting properly. What's the drummer? I was so excited. Well, this is gonna be great. And you know what? This is so much easier because it's not an actual story. So like I don't have to sit there and put as much together. Like thank God. I mean I like telling the stories, but the last one was like really tiring. No, the year's still going. Oh look at that. It's like I'll figure it out. Anyway. But yeah, so then the next one. So basically the lyrics to this basically it's sorry for you you cat and wolf guys, but this is just a light-hearted dunking on fox girls and wolf girls. Yeah, the lyrics. So it's like, yeah, I don't know if any of you actually looked at it, but yeah, yeah, it's too funny. So yeah, I'm gonna sprinkle like generations like this in here just to make my life easier and not have to stress myself out with a billion cameos. But just wanted to get the people that I missed for sure for this one. Anyway, yeah, this is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it keeps going to 2 minutes, like it's like not going down. Maybe it froze. Did it froze? Froze. Did it froze? Have you tried compositing characters at all? What is compositing? I guess not. What is compositing? Yeah, I don't know compositing characters. I feel like I should. Yeah, this looks like it's frozen. Anyway. So yeah, I think I don't want you guys to sit here and watch this. Oh, there were a couple things I wanted to look at here. So yeah, there was where is it? Where is it? Where is it? A couple people. I feel like somebody put something out today. Oh, you know who it was? That's who it was. And it's only 2 minutes, but I was kind of excited because even though it like this is the first time I've ever seen him like create something, so that's where you get a character on say white. I'm sorry, I can't read that. It's weird. You get a character on white background or green screen, then click the character or keyframe removal and apply it to another frame. Oh yeah, that's what I do all the time. Like I have to do it that way. So because otherwise, like if you do, like a lot of my references are 9:16, and you want it to be like 16:9. So usually what I'll do is I'll just create like the background first, and then all my references are just like either white or gray like that. So what was it? Where is it? Yeah. Yeah, so here's an example, right? No, that's not an example. Yeah, so yeah, basically this. So like this was like my main image, and then I dropped pseudo and night owl into this. Oh yeah. Um, put it on a green screen? No, I just usually put it on a white background. Or actually, you know what ChatGPT can do that Grok cannot do is ChatGPT can create a transparent background. Oh yeah, DaVinci is kind of expensive. Oh, I ended up your laptop locked up with 12 gigs of RAM. I mean, yeah, DaVinci is expensive, but it's a one-time cost. Honestly, it's better than going with Adobe Premiere and paying them every month because I think you can pay for DaVinci monthly, but I think it's like 300 to just buy it once. Oh, green screen, color keying works with DaVinci. I haven't gotten that far with that. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that. Yeah, there's a lot I still don't know about DaVinci. This took me a long time just to even like figure out how to use some of the transitions. I'm actually just starting to use Fusion now, which I won't use here because it will absolutely bog down. But like all the different effects and stuff, like the fusion stuff is amazing. So like particles, right? So if I select like a piece of video, like let's say I want this one to have burning embers or yeah, embers. Drop that in there. This is probably gonna kill the whole thing, but we'll see what happens.
Velvet Inferno.
Or it'll do nothing. Uh, oh, didn't save it. That's weird. That was weird. Oh, let me just play it right here. So yeah.
Red light hold.
Yeah, you can see it like totally bogs down. It hates it. So basically, like I won't do that stuff until I'm like ready to like render it and be done. Because you can't sit there and watch it because it'll just keep lagging while you're trying to edit it and watch what you did. Yeah, it's really very annoying. But yeah, so I like, and sometimes I will actually finish the video and then open it up in CapCut just because their effects are like built in and you don't have to sit here and mess around with Fusion and build your whole workflow. Oh, you have a million and one nodes you have to go through in Premiere? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this can get really complicated, but yeah, it'll build the basic stuff for you, which is nice. Yeah, it'll totally build the basic stuff for you. But yeah, you can do. So there's my binoculars in there, right? Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Nice and easy. But yeah, and you don't have, oh, it's a lot of it you don't have to do that way. Like I can just drop in. I don't have to do, you only honestly need to do it that way if you're gonna do it like really, like a complex workflow. Otherwise it does pretty much work like a CapCut. Yeah, so yeah, there's the binoculars. I think, what was it, that one video, yeah, I had the drone overlay when it was like looking at that Vesper's house in Gothic City. So that was all I did, was I just basically dropped it on here. And then that was it. And it was really simple. But like CapCut is like nice for like the easy stuff, like 9 Lives when they were dancing and they did that flash on every drum beat. It's so much easier to do in CapCut than it was, this, because you'd have to here, like I would have to like cut this like on every drum beat and then cut it on the end of the drum beat, and it's just such a pain. Like that's why I like sometimes like going to CapCut. It's just so much easier. It's a lot less painful. You know what I mean? But so Wales Bean is here. So let's put Wales Bean on the spot, shall we? Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I had one of his videos in my watch next list. Yes, I did. So if I had to sit in the, oh my god, what is wrong with me? Off to Patash's stream and watch everybody like react to my video, you have to sit here and watch us react to yours now. I think it's only fair, right? It's only fair. Yeah, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Doesn't, I'm sorry, hold on. Doesn't, I can't. Chat. Doesn't DaVinci have a VST host you could use? Beat Detective. Oh! Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have a ton of VSTs. Some I pulled over from my Cubase. One of them I thought I was going to be doing more sound editing, so I actually bought RX11. Yeah, Isotope RX11, and honestly, I don't even use it that much, but that came with a bunch of VST plugins too. I don't know, for some reason I thought I needed an audio editor, but I did not need an audio editor. DaVinci is plenty. Alright. Alright, so he's here, so we can be harsh, we can be cruel, but we can't be harsh and cruel. You have to pick one. Use best detect. Yeah, I will do that. I will check that out. I had not heard of that, actually. Let me make a note of that, because I will absolutely forget it. I will absolutely forget. And then I will forget who told me. And then it'll be like it never happened. Because that is how my brain operates. Alright. Okay, so presenting Deliver Us, an AI music video from Whalesby. And evidently it is really, really bad. He's just saying that so we go easy on him. We're not gonna go easy on him, right? No. Oh yeah, this is terrible. Look at it. Oh, disgusting. You know, I'm just gonna stop this now. I have to get. I'm gonna be sick. Just kidding. You know, I almost feel like you did this because you know I am way into the Gothic city type thing. Are you trying to make me give you a positive review? Because it's working. He knows I'm gonna love this. He already knows. He's just being humble. Hey, what's up, Night Owl? Uh, no, but I figured out the best way to do it is to use Dance 2.0 and drop $100 for one video. No. Uh, dude, why does that look like that scene in the diner from When Harry Met Sally? Does anybody know what I'm talking about, or are you all just too young? You're all just too young, aren't you? I'll have what she's having. Well, that scene was hilarious. Oh my god. No, she wasn't hurt. That's not what was happening. We know what was happening. She gets turned on by violence and she was making a no face. We all know it. We all know it. It's okay. There's people like that. Oh, all right. Now let's watch it again. And yeah, John Wick meets Underworld and Magic. I like that. Yeah. But it's kind of like, I was thinking it's like cyberpunk meets Gotham City kind of thing too. Well, at least the style. But yeah, I almost feel like this was made so that I would give it a positive review. And like I said, it is absolutely working because I absolutely love this style of city. Love it. Yeah. Camera motion is excellent. This lighting is absolutely excellent. Yeah. This is so bad, right? Yeah, cyber goth punk. That's perfect. Yeah, this is incredible. The lighting is awesome. I like it. That has like almost a like a light through stained glass type look to it, you know. Visual prompts for cyberpunk. Um, Medieval blended battle maiden with cybernetic cat features. So basically, you just threw in the everything plus the kitchen sink, and it worked. Actually, you know what? That's kind of what I did with the song for that video. I'll show you. Like, I just combined like stupid song elements and like somehow it worked. Yeah, I like that right there. I like that. That's so cool. That's really cool. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Black Tank. I appreciate it. I like flyers. Yeah, I think my favorite thing about this is all the different lightings you use. Like, I love all the different types of lighting. And like you get the stained glass from inside, but you still have like that stained glass look from the outside, which I absolutely loved. Oh man, did you use back for that? Because that was actually pretty good. That was actually pretty good for crowd. All right, yeah, that was pretty good for crowd. And how did you get guns and rock? Well, the only negative I have to say for this video is that she looks like she would kill demons, so I don't appreciate that part. Don't appreciate it. Enchanted pistols, that's smart. Oh, you know what? That's funny that you say that. That scene where Destiny was firing that huge gun at the two flying girls. I told I had to tell every single video generator I used that it was a trash cannon. So, which I think that was an idea. I think I got that from Fortnite Save the World. It has like a weapon called trash cannon. Um, so like I called it a trash cannon. And if you go back and you watch that video and you watch that scene with Destiny, you'll see like every once in a while, like it'll just instead of spewing out bullets, you'll see it spewing out trash. So yeah, that's how you trick it. Enchanted pistols. It's not bullets. I mean, I tried rubber bullets, that didn't work. Actually, that's not true. Rubber bullets worked once for my Red Hood imitation of Blue Hood, but only once. Oh, that was so gory. That was so beautifully gory. Oh, the viscera. The viscera. What movie was that from? Oh, the viscera. The viscera. Oh no, that was a video game. Oh, the old face. Yeah, she... Dude. Come on now. Look at her. Look at her. She's not her. She's having a moment. Ah. What are you doing, guy? It's a cool tale. Wow. Yeah, no, that was really... What is this? Oh! Well, I mean, it started. We have to watch it now, don't we? Right? We have to watch it now, but first I have to... Alright, I'll go back and like that later. But, I mean, yeah, I feel like now we're obligated to watch this. And when did this come out? 4 days ago? Yeah. Like I said, I have got the backlog. I don't even think I have this on my save for later. What was that? The blood on the camera was a nice touch, yeah. Blood and gore is gross. Flashback. Ah! Yeah, I'm surprised they gave you that too. That's kind of crazy. That is crazy. Nope. Alright. Alright, so let's just do this one since it's on, and then actually I gotta roll. But yeah, this was fun. I had a good time. But let's watch this because I've never watched anything from Melody the Hound or Kenny the Hound, so it seems very exciting. And I don't even know. Is this the first time I've ever done this? Well, that doesn't work. No, I'll look at it later. But yeah, let's check this out. This sounds really neat so far.
We had a dream for a child of our own, so precious, so beautiful, a love not yet known. Our hearts were so faithful, quietly dutiful, reaching for light in the
Oh, I should have watched this on my own first.
dark, hopeful. Every night we tried, holding on tight to a whisper of maybe a flicker of light, but months turned to years, and hope met our fears. We were holding on to something we couldn't see, praying for a life that was meant to be. Tears fell in line staring back, breaking us in two, wishing with everything it would turn into you. The light we once saw grew dimmer each day, piece by piece our hearts slipped away. Tears of anger and sorrow, tangled in pain. Hope felt fragile again and again. Well-wishers spoke, they meant it kind, but they couldn't see what lived in our minds. So we searched for the why. We kept asking how. We were holding on to something we couldn't see, praying for a life that was meant to be. Tears fell in silence, hearts bruised and worn, waiting for the day you'd be born. One line staring back, breaking us in two, wishing with everything it would turn into two. Loss after loss felt like knives to the heart, each goodbye tearing us further apart. But somewhere in the darkness, a flicker grew, a fragile little spark, something new. Then you came like a light we thought we lost. Every tear, every heartbreak, every cost, suddenly worth it. Every fight we knew, because all of it led us to you. Two lights shining, a moment so true. All of our effort turned into you. I see you now, and my heart just floats. In every laugh, in every note, you healed a place I thought was gone. With every smile you carry us on. Holding you close, I finally knew the dream we dreamed finally came true. You made us parents, thank you for the honor, our treasured little daughter.
Well, well. Uh, well, I'm not even subscribed to them. Oh, I'm subscribed to one. I didn't know there was a second one. I will do that now. Well, well, that was good. Yeah, that was amazing. Anyway, wow. That was not, yeah, it was not expecting. I was not expecting that. Wow. But yeah, it was really beautiful. That was really beautiful. Uh oh yeah, let me drop that in chat. I think I can drop it in chat, right? There's a chat thing here. Chat pop out. Yeah, there's. There you go. It should have gone everywhere. I think. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, it was really good. Huh. Anyway, oh my god. Alright, I'm like a little spazzed out now. Yeah, that was not what I was. Anyway, I don't want to. Let's just do one. Yeah, let's just do one more just because I feel like it's just weird, like ending stream with me, like, all like weird and screenshots and stuff. uh, yeah, no, it was. It was. Yeah, I can't imagine what that's like. Yeah, I did. I did see it. I'm not going to react to that right now. It was interesting. I will tell you that the rockabilly was interesting. Honestly, the woman in the mask was a little creepy for me, but it was a very good video. I will definitely do it, but I saw the one you put out like very recently. I just wanted to grab that one. But yeah, I did see the rockabilly one. That was good. But I have not done this. I am also very much into steampunk stuff, so that's kind of cool. So let's end it on this so we're not like ending it on me like feeling all emotional and shit. uh,
In the smoke-choked spires, where the steam never dries, a new face arrives
oh, cool.
with a spark in her eye.
Hey, look at this dude.
She stepped from the dirigible into streets of brass and rust, where gears turn on prayer
Oh, cool.
and the ether starts to rust. Tinkering her goal with blueprints in her hand, but shadows coil tighter than an hourglass sand. The city was
She sure does. She gets in all the videos.
where magic leaks like oil and nightmares claim their throne. The wheels keep on turning, the valves start to scream. Something ancient is waking from its mechanical dream. Beware, young blood.
But yeah, I'm trying to only like put people like that in like where it makes sense now. I'd rather put you guys in than like give up a slot for her. You know what I mean? Oh, Rhino, this is the last video, buddy. But I'm glad you made it at least for that. But yeah, I stopped wanting to put like the big people that don't even know I exist into my videos unless it kind of makes sense to do it. We're gonna rather put you guys in because you guys know who I am.
In the city
accept her. I put her in. She's cool.
The greed that festers and swells in the souls that exceed one spark. Too bright, one deal sealed in blood, and the brass veil tears wide. Welcome to the flood. Shadows are calling from the smoke and the gear. Run if you can, or conquer your fear. She followed the flicker of a lantern held tight past figures in velvet who gave her a fright. A shadow with tail that danced through the haze, a cutlass that sang in the fog-shrouded maze. A rogue in the rafters, a noble ember flame. Each one a thread in the tapestry of the game. The machine
So does Ember have a rabbit form soon?
started humming a tune she once knew, but now it was twisted, and the tune followed you. Beware, young blood in the city of steam, where magic meets shadow.
Oh god, I can't believe I just did that. I'm so dumb. I do this every time. I spaz out like at least once. It's so amazing. All I wanted to do was just pause on her, and instead,
Beware, young blood in the city of steam.
yeah, I just wanted to pause on that because she looks so good there. Actually, she looks good in everything, doesn't she? Like, she always comes out amazing. You'll be home next week. Comment on a video of mine or something and shoot me a list of local. Okay, sounds good.
Magic meets shadows, stealing machine. Be wary the nightmares that spawn from the greed that festers and swells in the souls that exceed one spark. Too bright, one deal sealed in blood, and the brass veil tears wide. Welcome to the flood. Shadows are calling from the smoke and the gear. Run if you can, or conquer your fear.
Oh god. Oh, that's really cool. Was not expecting that. And you know what? I'm glad that like people don't bother fighting when it gives me elf ears. Like I don't even bother sometimes anymore. It's like it just Brock loves to give me elf ears, so I'm like, all right, if I have them. If I I don't care.
The greed of the makers, the hunger of kings, turns
That reminds me of the original Iron Man.
living steel into terrible
Steampunk
things.
version.
What once was a wonder, now births only fright. In the heart of the spire where the day turns to night, she came here to craft, to learn and get.
That like almost owl-like, right? Like an owl mask. Yeah, that's cool.
Gain fame, but was
Yay!
dragged into the chess master's game.
Oh, you know what? That took me a minute to figure out who that was. That's Antibot. Steampunk version. Okay. Because I was looking at the dark blue hair, I'm like, is that supposed to be Asari? But yeah, it's Antibot. She looks cool. Yeah, that's Brock's light scenes for you. So annoying. Yeah, it does make sense. It's exactly where she should be.
Beware, young blood. Beware, young blood. Beware, young blood.
Who's the It was the, who's that?
Beware, young blood in the city of steam, where magic meets shadow, seal and machine. Be wary the nightmares that spawn from the greed that festers and swells in the souls that exceed. The brass veil is tearing, the embers ignite. One wrong step deeper and you feed the night. The nightmare is calling from the smog and the gear. If you play its game, you lose all you hold dear. You lose all you hold dear.
Wow, that was cool. Oh, it's like me. Oh, it's just like me, like putting like something on afterwards. Oh, say something funny.
Need a ride?
Ah,
Down.
so that was excellent. Oh, that'd be so great if that becomes a thing. Like everybody just like throws like a little Easter egg clip at the end of their music video like that. That'd be so much fun. Like I was almost ready to pause that, and I'm like, wait a minute. Because I was looking at it, I'm like, um, and yeah, no, I'm not reacting to this one, too. But I will react to that one. That's just not very away. Um, yeah, when we got to there, I like almost paused it, but then I'm like, well, that's an awful lot of time left. Crazy. Yeah, I like the steampunk and the combination of steampunk with the Celtic music, or the wasn't total Celtic music, but had like a Celtic feel to it was pretty awesome. I loved that. I love that. And anyway, let's back to this. I think the upscale should have done. So let's just before we sign off, let's do a compare to what it did look like. Right, so that is the original. So yeah, that was the original. That's the upscale. That's what I'm saying. Like, so you can upscale to 2x, you know, and save your 4 credits or your 8 credits or whatever service you're using to do your upscale, and like get a much better job. I mean, look at the difference. And the other thing about this is like, again, if you like your generation, but like you screwed something up, like you can change it up here in your prompt while you're doing upscale, and like you don't have to regenerate it and hope like you get something as good the next time. So, but yeah, cool. So I'll put all this stuff together in the description, and there's probably like once I clip this, there's gonna be some edits and things I need to add because it was a little messy. Uh, yeah. What GPU are you getting? What GPU are you getting? Definitely. I mean, you can get away with like a GeForce 3000 or so, but 5060. Honestly, 5060 is probably the best affordable, like 500 and under GPU you can get for it. You know, obviously, you know, you don't want to drop 3 or 4 grand on a 5090, but oh, you're getting a 5080. Those are like 2 grand, right? Or 1500? Something like that. Oh, you'll be fine then. Yeah, I mean, I run it on a 5060 with 16 gigs and it's blazing fast. Like this upscale here on the 3060, it ended up taking 10 minutes. Although I gotta tweak settings or something. I did something, there's something I did on my other machine that I didn't do here. But I knew there'd be like a couple bumps with like trying to do a fresh install live and getting everything working. You got it for 1100, huh? Oh, that's good. Hmm. I should see if it Well, if I did that, if I got a 1580, I could put my 5060 in this machine. Since I'm using this one to stream now, it'd be nice to have a better video card. I don't think I'll be 5070s, I quote, are expensive on Amazon. He says, you mess with a lot of models for room setup? Any advice for 3 GB of VRAM? Uh, honestly, is that three or no, not three, 8? I'm sorry, 8. Uh, you're gonna have to just like find like lower models. Like, so what matters, let's see how I can explain that. So like when you look at a model, see if, let me see a reliable one. Yeah, what am I looking for? Let's reset all this. There. Let me just reset this. Um, so I don't know if these will show you, um, let's see if it shows the amount of instructions. So what matters is the amount of instructions that are in the model. And basically, if you just look at the file sizes, like, it'll help a lot. So like, I mean, this isn't bad, 6.94, so that should run for you. It might be a little slow. But what you can do is you can get quantized versions, which are actually, how do you explain quantized? So the quantized, sorry, I actually had to ask ChatGPT how to explain it. So basically, if you find your model and you find like it's running slow, you can get a quantized version, which is basically, it's compressed. So it's kind of like it says reduce the precision of its numbers. Um, so it uses less precise numbers. It makes it smaller, lighter, and faster to run, especially on weaker hardware. Um, so yeah, it's like having compressed audio. Like it's still good, it's still gonna do the job. You know, it might take you a little more work. You know, you might have to like render a few more before you actually get, the image you want. But at least if you let's say you download this one here, Stable Diffusion, and like it's just running like a dog, then just come back here, look at the trees, find a quantization, and just try one of those. And yeah, and that one might actually run better for you. So you can run it like with lesser hardware. It's just a matter of, what size. Um, like that's why like for text to speech, yeah, it'll actually be easier for me to show you with text generation. Let's reset this again. Because I do text generation too, because there's just sometimes where like I'm doing some corporate stuff that like I don't want like any company to have that information because I don't trust anybody. Even when I have for my company I have Google Workplace and they say that the whatever the hell their AI is like completely private. I still don't trust that. My data is somewhere up in the cloud. So like in that case, like I'll run these local models here, and but there's only like certain amounts of instructions or parameters you can handle. So like you can never run DeepSeek because like DeepSeek is like 128 billion or something ridiculous like that. These are the kind of things that run on data centers. These are the kind of things that basically try out the streams. You know what I mean? What's a good way to get started with which the videos or the image generation? Just go to this site here. Because yeah, just go find Invoke Community Edition and just search for that, and they'll give you all the instructions, everything you need to get started. And I'll have the video up. Yeah, but so like anyway, like so these are like stuff like that are run in like data centers off of like massive clusters. And so like even like with my 5060, like once I start like 32 billion parameters, it starts slowing down. So that's when like if I want to run something that has like 20 billion parameters, like I'll find a quantized version. Because otherwise I'll ask it a question and it'll take like 3 minutes for it to respond. It'll like put like one word out like every 4 seconds and like just drive you insane. So yeah, so that's basically it. Just like go for the quantized version if the one you download doesn't work. But yeah, another thing is yeah, you can install Invoke on Linux too. It'll probably run better than it's running on my Windows box for sure. Yeah. So yeah, it's really easy. And if not, like I should probably have this clipped and uploaded by Monday or so. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Uh, anyway, that's it. I gotta get my dog out. My dog was probably expecting to eat her dinner like an hour and a half ago, but that's tough. Wow, look at that. This is a record for me. 2 hours and 24 minutes. I'm almost like a real streamer now. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, thank you guys all for coming. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope some of you learned something. Yeah, hopefully it wasn't too jumbled. If it was, I will organize it nice and neatly in DaVinci and upload it to YouTube and make it a little more uh, understandable and also fill in whatever I missed. All right. Cool. Again, thank you all for coming. I will catch you at the next time or see you in the Sky Bros server, one of those two. All right. Bye, everybody.